What's good? This is how my agency books 3 to 5 calls every single day with our 4-step process. I'm going to let you guys into our actual agency and how we sort of do stuff around here. And I'm going to quickly run over the 4-step process and then break it down for you, let you into the go high level, see what we do, see how we actually book these calls, keep these calls, and then sort of close these calls. So step 1, obviously, is sending out your outreach message. We use social media because we are a short form content agency. We can't cold call content creators. Email doesn't really work because they always have like teams, etc. It's so hard to actually get to the creator. Social media seems to be the best way that we've found so far. So if it works for you, perfect. If it doesn't, if you're like targeting car dealerships, cold calling obviously going to be 100 times better because they're always at their phone. So this isn't going to work as well for you guys, but if it fits your offer, if it fits your niche and they're going to be on social media, this is perfect for you. So message on social media, then you put it into the outreach tracking sheet. A lot of people don't have this and it's like, wait, what are you doing? Because how are you meant to track if they're not interested, if they're interested, if you've sent a follow-up, if you've sent a text, what have you even done? You don't know if you're tracking, and with the volume that you're going to be having to do, you need to be tracking a lot. From here, you obviously book your calls, very nice, and then obviously you take your payment. So that is the 4-step process, simply, and then I'm going to break it down for you step by step. So how we do it with the actual message. This is our outreach breakdown. So we send a very short message with a very clickable headline. So, hey Zach, your course looks great. I blurred out the course obviously, but it's a very short and it's very sweet to get them in. It's exactly like an email when you can see the first few words. If you act like a customer, such as a subject line, if you act like a customer, it makes them want to click it because they could be like, they want to reply like, oh, glad you like it. They want to be like, build that rapport with the people that buy their course. So this first line here is perfect to get people to click it, give them a little compliment about something, talk about something nice, just build that little bit of rapport. I don't like going straight into the message because it obviously makes it seem really selly and we're only there for a certain reason. Give a little compliment, build that little bit of rapport so it sort of softens the blow when you send the actual outreach message. Then we have an offer that is so insane, you have to ask how. So this is a bait method. Would you be open to 420 pieces of short form content? 420 sounds absolutely insane, but it's really not insane when you break it down. It's just all of it added up together over a month and where it goes, etc. So that makes them reply the 420 pieces. So you can do this with whatever you do. Find a smart way to word what you do so they can actually understand it. So I could have just put there, we do 3 pieces of short form content a day. Everyone does that. They're not going to reply how. They're not going to reply what. They're going to reply, you're in an oversaturated niche. What are you talking about? Please don't outreach to me again. This is silly, whatever. So pointless. Give them something that where they're like, wait, how? A lot of appointment setting agencies do like 800 to 1,000 calls a month, but they've just added it up over certain people, certain times, certain areas. So it's a perfect way for them to actually reply, how does this actually work? Because it's bonkers, right? So then you want to send proof. We obviously send a short. So this is from my highlight. It's from my short form content highlight, a previous client that we've done before. We upload it onto there. Then we send it out to the person that we're outreaching to. It's one of my favorites. So I sent it to this person because it would have been very similar to their type of content and it would have helped them a lot. So now that they can see proof of concept actually works, what we do, we're a real agency. We've had clients in the past have obviously been happy with our service, and we edit to a very high standard so they can see it in front of their eyes. If they're just going off like, oh, 3 pieces of short form content, I don't know, okay, this looks very good, let me actually look at it now. Risk reversal, you need a risk reversal. The problem with SMA that I absolutely hate but you have to do is you have to give an arm and a leg if it all goes wrong. You have to give up your house, your keys, your children. Everything has to go away if you mess up the service, which isn't always your fault, but you've got to make sure that you actually have that risk reversal in place. Think of something that is quite nice, so they have no risk whatsoever. They feel safe, they feel comfortable actually taking the deal, and you'll be perfect. Okay, they'll start liking it. So now that you've got this, which is the most crucial part, we then move on to adding the VSL. So I say to them, I can send you a Loom video, explain it all and how it can benefit your business if you would like. This is a simpler step than booking a call. So a lot of people right there would have just been like, look, I can book you in for a quick 15-minute call this week and run you over it. Everyone would have said no. A lot of people would have said no because they're just curious. They don't actually want to hop on a call. They don't care about your service yet. They don't care about if it can help them. They don't know anything. They just want to know what you're on about. So then sending a call there would be absolutely pointless, waste of time, waste of a lead, and you've just ruined it all there. But instead of them giving you a call, which is so much, you're giving up so much. An email simple. You're not giving up that much. It's like the step one. And then step two would be booking the call after that. So reciprocating tendency, if you know anything about buyer's tendencies, giving him value or them value with a VSL will make them in turn give you value back. So once you've sent this VSL, they understand. I'm going to quickly run you through the VSL sheet in a second, but they want to give you value back. And this could be in terms of like a call, because once you give someone free value, this is why content works so well. You give people free value, they feel like they have to give you value back. This could be in the likes of like a like or a comment or booking a call. Okay, so giving as much value as you can is crucial. So this is a VSL sheet that we actually use. So this is a structure. Obviously, you fill in what you do, but thank you for providing an email address. You've obviously got to thank them. They're very busy. Appreciate them. Start off on the right tone. Introduce yourself and your headline and what you do. So, or you're obviously your authority. So you specialize in blah blah blah. Case studies. Why should they carry on listening to you? This is where you show your testimonials, who you worked with. Obviously, I'd then again show the short and be like, this is the quality that we work with. This is his testimonial. We love the service. Blah blah blah. Why did you decide to send it to them? Make sure that they understand that this is going to be working perfectly for them and just them, because you've targeted them specifically. You've only outreached to that one person. You need to make them feel like they're the only person in the world, okay? And then initial ideas, bring up the competitors, be like, okay, so you're here and your competitors here only because they have short form content. Nothing else, only because they have short form content. So they feel like they need it or whatever you offer. And then the call to action to book a call. So back to here. So now you've sent the VSL, they would obviously either ask a question, they'd be like, oh, that's great, what are the next steps? Or they'd be like, I'm not interested. So whatever happens here, if they're not interested, you'd be like, oh, why is that? Now then you'd obviously debunk what they're saying and try and help them understand. But here, I got a question. How does recording? Because they're still a little bit confused of how it worked. So then it's perfect for me to say, let's book a call. Because they've sent the email, they see that this could be very, very beneficial for them. It works for other people, it works for their competitors, everyone's using it except for them, and I've only outreached to them because I know it'll work. Now it's time to book a call because they're giving up a lot less. So yes, this week would be fine. Find a time here, obviously sent them our website, booked in for Tuesday 4 p.m. and then obviously booked in Tuesday 4 p.m. Okay, so that's how you do it. Perfect, looking forward to meeting you. Book call. So that is the message structure that we use, but there is still so much more to this that people don't tell you. So I'm going to carry on going and carry on giving you the sort of source on how you actually do this. So now the volume. You guys have to obviously be sending a lot of volume. I have an Instagram account and so does my partner, and we do 50 each on there and 50 each on Facebook, which amounts to 200 a day. Now that might seem like a scary number, it might seem a lot, but it's really not that much when you actually think about how much outreach you should actually be doing. It's really not that much. And then plus content, obviously, because we produce content, I'll show you in a second how you can get inbound leads. Half of our leads are just inbound. Most of them, I'd say like 50, 55, 60% are just inbound leads. People just book calls because they're like, oh my God, I need this now. And they come from our content. So when I always tell you guys, start a personal brand, start getting inbound leads, I actually mean it, okay? Because it really, really, really works. So now that they've booked a call, they have time to rest. They have time to chill and find stuff out. So now we have to work on profile optimization. I'd say literally this is 90% of how they book a call. The message ain't much. The message ain't crazy. The volume isn't crazy. This, I think, is where it comes from. This is why I love social media outreach so much, because you can add VSLs. You can add VSLs where video sales letters, where you explain the process, break it down, how it can benefit every single business. And they'll be like, okay, this is cool. This would actually really work for me. Okay, VSLs, perfect. Value pictures, gets them to know you. Obviously, here I wrote caption. Now, entrepreneurs that I'm reaching out to will have probably similar ideas, similar goals, similar values, similar morals. And if that aligns with me and that aligns with them and they two align together, they're going to want to work with me. Compared to a template agency they know nothing about, they know me. I'm a nice little fancy dinner, and obviously I've wrote something that means something to me and that I understand. So people will resonate and they'll be like, okay, I want to work with this guy. I don't want to work for a template agency. I want to work with this person. People buy people, okay? Not literally, but people buy into people, and that's another massive factor. I'd say genuinely like 20% of why people would work with you is because they know who you are. They know that you're trustworthy. They know what you're on about. They know that they'd get on well with you. So it's also about selling yourself. Content and shorts, this is the inbound leads of alchemy. So content, obviously, you make videos that solve a pain point in your niche. So if you make it seem like something absolutely crazy, so I'm talking about short form content in some of these, go short form content agency. As someone looking at like, what is short form content agency? This could pop up. They could then be like, oh wait, I really need short form content. Let me look at this guy's shorts. So now I have shorts to obviously bring in more inbound leads, and as like my own testimonial because I make amazing shorts. So then they're like, oh wait, let me book a call because I need this short form content. So that's how you get your inbound leads, and that's literally the easiest structure ever. Now, testimonials, most important part. One, the evidence. You need to show that this works. People are sheeps. People follow other people, so they don't want to be the first one. So if it works, cool. If it doesn't work, they're not going to sign on. So make sure, even if you have to do a free trial, get a testimonial. I don't think you'll understand. Oh, I booked a call with no testimonials. Oh, I did this with no testimonials. Cool. Try book a few more. How long did that actually take you to close a client without a testimonial? Work for free, drop your ego, get a testimonial. I promise you it will change your agency's game. So we have evidence. We have a recorded testimonial of someone actually just, what is it? Oh, of actually someone saying like, oh, thank you to Multiply X, blah, blah, blah. I don't think the sound plays on this. I don't think you guys got sound, but yeah, that's how it works. Let me close this. So yeah, so the recorded testimonial, so people can actually see, okay, this guy's actually taken time out of his day to record because he's thankful for what they've done, and it's obviously worked amazingly. And then the written is a little bit pointless because anyone can do a written. Recorded gives so much more like emphasis on these guys are amazing. Written's like just words. Written doesn't really mean much. So you can sort of do this. You can add this to your testimonial section in your highlights, but I'd recommend you have a recorded section. It's a lot better, and it's a lot easier for people to sign off the back of it. So now that they've signed on, they've not signed on, they've booked a call because they've seen your profile. They're like, okay, this works for everyone else. This is amazing. I love this. Now you want to be, I think it's this one. You need, okay, I'm being serious now. You guys need go high level. You need your client CRM because this warm up opportunity, we have 12 people's in this wait. So their next SMS is going to be, hi, contact first name. I just wanted to confirm that we're still good for our call tomorrow. If your circumstances change, you can adjust the time. I look forward to speaking to you. Then they get the same email as well. So then these people in the wait have this is a friendly reminder for our meeting. Please make sure you're in front of a computer, a tablet, somewhere in a quiet possible 5 minutes for the time. Online meeting location. So this is what will warm the client up. This is what makes them show up. This is why we have such a high show rate, is because while you were just send the link, oh, book a call, cool. Yeah, wow, they booked a call. They hear nothing because radio silence for the next 2-3 days. They've built up no rapport. How do you expect them to come on a call, be open with you, and obviously spend $1,000, spend $2,000, spend $3,000? They're not. Okay. Now we have messages after messages after messages after messages after messages, to the point where it's like, wait, oh my. What, like this is I want to now sign on. They've got everything automated. They're really friendly. They're really nice. I think this one was like, we're looking forward to seeing you then. But be nice, be friendly in it. Builds up rapport. So when they're on the call, it feels like they've been speaking to you for like the past few days while this obviously builds up and warms up. So they open the call happy. See the difference. Generally, you'll see the difference in how they get on a call. They're like, oh, because they generally know your name. They're like, oh, hi. They'll come on and be like, oh, hi, Luke and Harvey. Like, blah, blah, blah. They'll start speaking. They'll start being happy about what they're actually speaking about and passionate what they're speaking about, instead of being closed away because they don't actually know who you are. So this is why leveraging the sales assets works so well, and your personal brand optimization, and then obviously having a CRM to obviously warm these leads up. So once you've warmed them up and they're obviously on the call, you got to get the sale, right? So that's exactly how we book our 3 to 5 calls every single day, and exactly what we do. You guys should take this as some advice. Take little bits out into your own agency. Don't copy word for word, because you will get absolutely crushed. If there's one thing I've learned from SMA, copiers do not win. Ever. There's not one exception from a copier winning, because as soon as they copy from someone else, the person that they're copying from is going to be better, and they're going to absolutely destroy them. Okay, so don't bother copying. Find out ways for yourself. Start thinking smart. Do not copy the outreach message. If I see you boys doing that, I'm disappointed. I'm taking down the video because I'm embarrassed for you lot as much as me. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can book 3 to 5 calls every single day, or even just 1, 2. Booking calls ain't crazy. As long as you can get a consistent booking call rate, you've got a very good acquisition system in place. So I hope to see you boys next time. We'll all learn this together, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.